Okay, welcome. What we're starting with this is a photograph in Lightroom. So you might have a photograph on your desktop, but I do want to show you how to export this from Lightroom. So you can see I've got this happy little colander. Not quite very happy, but a little melty and sad. First thing I want to do is just export it from Lightroom. So we're going to go File, Export. And I'm just going to put it on my desktop, export to the desktop, so you can pick that there. And let's just go down here. You're really worried about image sizing. We're going to resize to fit the long edge and make sure that long edge is set to 1200 pixels. Click export, and then you'll have that on your desktop. So that's just one extra step that we're going to do. I also want you to find Adobe Animate, which is right here. So if we look in the Finder, and you look in your application folder, it's like the fourth app down, Adobe Animate. I'm going to click and drag this to my dock, which was already there because it's already running. And when you launch it, you have something that looks a little bigger than this. But when Animate first launches, you're really just concerned about making a new HTML5 canvas. So let's do that. We're not even going to animate anything today, so don't worry. We're just setting up this app. And the first thing we want to do is change the keyboard shortcut for one little menu item, which is in here, Insert, Timeline, Blank Keyframe. So right now you can see in this menu, Blank Keyframe does not have a keyboard shortcut assigned to it, so we're going to do that. Go into the Animate menu, under Keyboard Shortcuts, and I'm going to use the search feature because there is a ton of things that we can find here. It's actually kind of hard to find. So yes, okay. I'm in the middle of a zero period right now, so you might hear some action going on in the background. You're going to do a search for blank, and then you want to tell Insert Blank Keyframe. We're going to add a keyboard shortcut. So you click on this. Down in the lower right, you click on the Add button, and then this is a little buggy. What happens is this box pops up, it's highlighted yellow, and you're going to tell it to use the, I'm going to use the F13 key on my keyboard. So when you hit F13, when this is highlighted, watch what happens. It kind of like flashes, and then you hit OK. It should say F13 in here. It does not. That's a bug. I don't know why it's doing that. But click OK. And you should be able to hit F13, and like a little frame will appear here with a little dot in it. That's good. So that's how you know it works. F13 again. These are all blank keyframes. So we're going to use this a lot, but I'm going to undo Command Z a few times. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our photo to this layer. And actually before we do that, we are going to look under the Window menu, choose Workspaces, and make sure you're under the Animator workspace. You're probably under Essentials, so you need to be under Animator. Then it's just a matter of going to the Finder, going to the desktop, and dragging in the file, which is this. Click and drag. Just drop it onto the canvas. And then what's likely going to happen is you're going to have to zoom out because it's going to be too big, especially if you have not exported from Lightroom. Your photo is way too big. So I'm going to do, let's do Show All, maybe. Do 25%. Okay. So notice this is my composition that we made, and my little picture of my colander is too big. So we're going to use the Free Transform tool, which is this guy here, and that will let me click and drag on a corner. This gets kind of weird. You know about anchor points. Here's the anchor point. If I click and drag while holding on Shift, notice it shrinks it down in the middle. So you might have a little trouble. I noticed some students having a hard time kind of getting this to line up. So one trick is you can kind of put this in the corner. I'm going to zoom in now. Command plus, Command plus. You could even like drag the anchor point to this corner, zoom out, and then click and drag this. So just get this to fit somehow. I'm even going to go too big, just because I don't need it to be so, I don't know, small, whatever. That's it. Now I'm going to rename this layer. So I'm going to double click on layer 1 and call this photo. And we're going to make a new layer in the timeline here new layer. And I'm going to double click on this layer and call it drawing. And from here, we're just going to save our project. File, save. I'm going to call this frame by frame. Click save. Okay, so we'll come back to this next week and start drawing on this. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. You know what? Actually, yeah, we're going to have you take a screenshot. Shift Command 4, like so. And please turn that in. And I'll see you later. Or I'm probably hovering over you right now as we speak.